Alrighty, and we are live. What is going on, everyone? And happy Turtle Tuesday, everybody.
And it's a big one indeed tonight.
It is. First I got to give like big thanks to newscaster Mike over here, cause I've been like really busy this week, and like I had like no time to look up stuff, and majority of the stuff he actually pointed in my direction. Like, no joke. Like, I mean, he like, hey, this. I was like, oh, I didn't know this was coming. I just saw.
I had my ear to the ground this morning, just trying to pick up everything because there was just it was a bit like we were just getting bombarded from like all sides today.
Right. And like, I didn't realize I did not realize until NECA posted their stuff. I didn't realize today was World Turtle Day. Like, you know,
May 23rd.
yeah, May 23rd. I should have known that. I usually have that date like recorded and everything. I'm like, "Oh, we got to look forward to this. We got to look forward to this." And yeah, this one is yeah, it's just today. I mean, I really think second child and like just I've been having like bigger projects at work. I just haven't had time to concentrate on some stuff. So this is why I'm thankful for Mike.
Dirty straight man.
Yeah, exactly. And we have Robert in the chat. He says cowabunga, cowabunga, Robert. Thank you. And also, Robert, thank you for the birthday shout out you gave to me yeah, last week. Yeah, yeah, last Sunday. I appreciate that. Uh, some things that we put on the channel, we actually put out some birthday unboxings because and it was just mainly because I had a bunch of stuff, and also one of my birthday presents was the Tears of the Kingdom box set, so the collector's edition. So I had to like open that up. Ooh,
Ooh.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I was very happy to get that. Like also, Thursday, and it's actually coming out. It's actually scheduled and everything, like, cause I actually got everything all ready, and like it was like Sunday when I was like, oh man, there's no. I was like, okay, let me just post it at, like, let me just extend it out so I can like kind of go back into a regular schedule. But Sunday, our full podcast of Donatello's Degree will be out. I know you guys been waiting. I think you guys are just like excited for me not to mention about Donatello's Degree anymore.
I didn't even know that you did a podcast.
What? I know exactly. What is this right now?
Yeah,
What we're just talking, right?
who's
you,
talking
you, you,
about turtles?
yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
what you
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. I think everyone just assumed a Turtle Recall just like shut down production, and we're just like psh, done. Uh, something Robert did mention. He did. He said he went to go see Fast X, and he really liked that movie. I will say,
Nice.
nice. I will say I've only seen one Fast and Furious movie, and that was the first one. I didn't like it. My honest opinion, and I had no interest to see the 20 other ones that they made after that. People tell me that they like it. It's really good. The first one did not catch my interest at all. So, but I'm not a car guy either. So, and that was the other thing. Other people tell me it's not about cars anymore, but
Yeah, I think you have to be a car guy in order to get into those movies. Like I'm not a car
right,
guy. I thought I've seen the first one, and that's
yeah,
because it was on like at the gym I was working out at.
uh huh.
That's how I got to see it.
Yeah, I actually went to theaters to see it because my friends were car people, and like they did
Hmm.
the whole like the drag racing and all that stuff. Like we had a parking lot at first it was Starbucks, then it went to Walmart. It's just all these like things that the early college students, late high schoolers, would go to meet up and like rev their cars and everything. And like my
Hmm.
some of my friends were like part of that group. I I went to go see it with them, and like I really just like uh there are movies that interest people. This movie just did not interest me at all, and I never like wanted. I never after I came out from the movie, I never thought like, oh, I want to go watch the rest of it. I just remember when I found out that they made a fifth one, my mindset was, what? They have five Fast and Furious movies? And like, I mean, now it's like, I
Now they're
think,
on 10, so
yeah, because but like they have like a spin-off movie too, don't they? The one with The Rock.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like I can't keep up with it. I have no interest in keeping up with it, but I'm glad that Robert has and I'm glad that that is like your favorite kind of action movies. Um, so today's Tuesday. Ninja Turtle Power Hour usually has stuff. What did you guys release out for the podcast this week?
So this week we were continuing our trek into season 7. So we covered the big episode, Night of the Rogues.
Oh, nice.
We also did the Neutrinos.
Oh, I can't remember that the like when you get to like
I can't.
season like 6 and 7, those are the ones that like are like the mind fuzz over there because I can't like remember the stuff like from there because obviously people remember Night of the Rogues because that's like, oh yay, they're all teamed up
Because that's
together.
like, yeah, like that's and that's what's so weird is that like that one is built up as like so epic, but
It's
it's
not.
like
It's
it
not epic.
is.
It's just. It's like it's that whole like when Darkwing Duck have brought in all the like bad guys all together, the Fearsome Five, and like people are like, oh wow, and it's still like no, you're still Darkwing Duck. You're still a comedy
What was
satire.
really what was really dumb about it is that like you're going through it and like Shredder very explicitly is like I'm gonna create the or I'm gonna collect all these villains and it's gonna be like the greatest team, and it's like two of them are introduced in this episode.
Right,
Like
exactly.
he's not even collecting people like characters we know. He's literally like two, like I said, two of them are brand new for this episode. So it's like, okay.
Yeah. No, it's. I'm sure there was a note on like the production schedule was like Playmates wants you to put these all these villains in their show, and then they're like, oh no, we didn't we don't have enough episodes. Okay, we make this big grand one. The kids will love it.
And like I I get it because like we talk about that too. Like that had to have been a Playmates like mandate. Like you have to put these in. You have to put these characters in. And like okay, like I get that, but it's just like one of the characters that's introduced, and it's like okay, like I kind of get it with Anthrax.
Right.
They at least like say like he's Krang's executioner from Dimension X, but like Scumbug comes in and like everyone acts like you're supposed to know who Scumbug is already.
Right. Exactly.
You
I
didn't
mean,
have if you didn't have the toy.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't have the toy, you didn't have the backstory of Scumbug, and like it was like you're missing out, and that was like Playmates just telling you, hey, you could have learned this character if you bought the toy first.
so it's like it's just kind of like eh.
Right. No. Yeah. I definitely agree. It's just like I will say that episode in particular, people put it on a pedestal for nostalgia reasons, but they haven't watched it in the longest time. Like, it's just like it's just one of those, and like there's there's several like nostalgia like media like things that run into that trap. It's just that like when it sounds grand, people remembered it being grand, but then like when you watch it, I was like, oh no, it's not grand at all.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's one of those exactly what you said. It's one of those episodes that like everyone kind of remembers that episode, but then nobody like actually remembers that episode because when you dive into it, it's not very good.
No.
It's very like it to be a two-parter, and I talk about that in the episode. Like it needed to be a two-parter.
To be honest, it probably did need to be a two-parter. But I know CBS lost their hour block of Ninja Turtles because Ninja Turtles, like, the ratings wasn't as good um in season 7 as it was in season 4 and 5. I think 6 was still an hour, but I know 7 they lost their second time slot. Um, it like that's and to be honest, is that's probably why it was not a two-parter, was because I'm sure like CBS was like, oh no, you only have 30 minutes. The only two-parter, like official two-parter, is the Planetoids, and that was a primetime special, so that's why that got that special treatment. Everything else was
Mm.
just kind of like a like, there are multi-part episodes, but even those multi-part episodes, like when you watch them like together, they don't feel like multi-part episodes. You could tell like they're kind of like, oh, okay, they're continuing off each other, but they're still standalone.
Yeah, and so it those episodes just all feel weird and not good. So,
Yeah, yeah, no,
but
that
it
was
still are some of the better episodes of the season. So,
that. I mean, that is like, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I'm like, it's just that, yeah, the I will say 6 and 7 are the weakest. That's like when you can tell that they've ran out of steam for the show, and like Turtle Mania was already like dying down and everything. So and like,
well,
you
see,
know
like we talk about it. We we kind of felt that season 7 is kind of a better return to form than like the previous seasons had been. So, you'll have to check out our episode to find out that whole discussion.
that's right. I will definitely be checking that out. But let's go ahead and get started with this week's news, and because we got some fun stuff going on. The first thing I do want to talk about is Diamond Select. They have announced their next mini mates, and we are getting the last Ronin mini mates. Is going to be a 4-pack. And so obviously we're getting Ronin. If you and then all the other three characters are April. We got Hiroto. I'm sorry, Hiroto, in his Shredder armor, which I thought was pretty cool. And we also have Casey Marie Jones, which is the daughter of. Is it the daughter or the granddaughter of Casey?
That is the daughter of April and Casey.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. 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 That I couldn't. That's the part I couldn't remember. But yeah. So I think these are pretty cool. Like, if you collect mini mates, I think these are a great addition. I like the fact is like, I mean, you know, I because Hiroto was like one. I'm like, oh, this is definitely coming out as a toy. I was hoping we'd get more of an action figure than a mini mate like before, but at least this is our technically our first way of getting Hiroto. I'm just wondering when NECA is gonna make Hiroto, because like that. I mean, I would think he really translate well as an action figure.
The last Ronin line. Um, it just, it's a matter of time. We've got Comic Con coming up soon,
That's right, we
so
do. Yeah,
uh, it's definitely. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I gotta think that it will definitely be there.
yeah.
So,
And Anna has came in and she's mentioned that she likes April. Yeah, I do like this April. It is like a older April because she is like, I don't know what age she is in. I think she's supposed to be in her 60s. Um, but
like
definitely,
she's that old here,
uh
but she's definitely older.
yeah,
I think she's supposed to. Yeah, I think she's supposed to be in her 50s. I mean, she's had a rough time.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
been
yeah. A
it's
very
been a
rough. Yeah,
nasty future. So,
yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I am actually kind of curious. Like, are San Diego Comic Con like reveals for this line for like Last Ronin, for NECA and everything, and I wouldn't be surprised if another company comes in. Uh, I also also I know October is Toy Fair because they had to move it from February to October because of still like virus stuff. But um, I'm just curious, like what other companies are, because I have a feeling like we'll get some other stuff for last round and not just NECA.
Mm.
Like so, but I just want to start seeing like Hiroto. I think that's like one I really feel Hiroto is like missing from a lot of because like he's like definitely the most like action figure ready of like all the characters.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty easy action figure to make too. So I mean it's a dude in a shiny metal suit.
Right,
So
right, right, exactly. I love Anna's comment
do
over here.
not
She said she actually
on it.
told me, called me out, and said I should not be guessing ladies' ages.
Sayana says, please do not guess ladies' ages.
Yeah, I do like that. But these are available to pre-order right now. If you want to pre-order them, be sure to check out our link in the description, of this video or wherever you listen to this podcast. If you want to pre-order this four set, I think it's going for $30. I have to check it again. So that's not our only action figure news because you know, as of this recording, this is World Turtle Day. NECA always celebrates World Turtle Day just because this is like where they can kind of tease their San Diego Comic Con releases, and we got our tease for this year's Comic Con exclusive, which is Kino with the scooter. So we know this action figure's coming, and this like obviously I don't think the actual set of Kino and the scooter are exclusive, but I think what's going to be exclusive is the actual like this pizza box kind of thing and the goodies that's going to come inside the pizza box. And what's actually pretty cool was they actually got Ernie Reyes Jr. to display them out. He had it open up. This was a the Fwoosh exclusive. NECA let them to do this reveal, and the contents inside. Obviously, the figure with the scooter. Like I said, those two are not going to be exclusive. We already know that those are coming out. But also with the pizza box, there's a employee of the month kind of poster kind of thing with Kino's face on it from the movie. We have a T-shirt. It looks like a refrigerator magnet and like another like sticker kind of thing with the scooter that he drove in the movie.
Do we know that it's not exclusive?
Oh,
The
the
two pack
fig
or the pack with the
the
scooter?
the Ernie Reyes and the scooter should not like the actual figure itself. I don't believe that's exclusive, but at the same time, like I don't. There's no one in there has said like, oh, this is exclusive or not. I mean, at the same time, I can see this not be at Walmart only just because
Because
like because of the
this
scooter.
is yeah, I mean like the toy line itself is like it's pretty. The turtles, like it's really hard to sell, you know, a pizza delivery kid and his motorbike at Walmart. Like that's kind of a hard sell in store. Like because if
Well,
you look at other figures like um the Shadow Warriors with Orokusaki and Hamato Yoshi,
right,
like
but
that it I mean it eventually sold out, but
yeah, like I mean, well,
that
right
peg
now,
won
like they
for a
just
long
did a
time.
new yeah, they just did a new shipment of that one. To be honest, and like I mean, seeing that one staying in the stores because like I seen a new shipment for that and Splinter and Shredder. I don't know if they packed them together or not. Oh, I mean, as of I like I I still think that the 2 pack of like the Ernie Reyes Jr. and the scooter. I think that's going to be available and not a San Diego Comic Con exclusive. Like whether it be in Walmart or direct to order from a made to order from NECA. That's like that's the question I kind of have. But obviously this like pizza box set, this is like 100% San Diego Comic Con exclusive. I mean, even the box itself says SDCC exclusive. It's like, but we've seen NECA time and time again, like where they want to make sure that like figures themselves are available for everybody, and that I don't think like, especially like they actually announced the figure, you know, what, a year ago, like when they first started showing off the actual prototypes and everything. Um,
Yeah, like they showed the digital render like a long time
yeah, yeah,
ago. And so that's kind of what spurred. Uh, I don't want to say like that's what forced them to do this reveal, but like a lot of people have been asking lately, like, "Hey, you revealed this, a year ago. What's going on?" And even Ernie Reyes was like teasingly uh,
yeah.
joking about it. Like, I don't know. You gotta ask NECA. Oh,
Right.
Comic Con's coming up. What?
What? Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so a lot of jokes like that, and then eventually we got to today where they got to do the reveal. So
Right.
it is cool. Like I feel like Ernie has had these figures like in his possession for a while.
I
Um,
feel that way too. To be honest, like, I really I feel like this is like that same uh Judith Hogue a relationship that they had, where like they got to like make sure they question him like with the figure a lot and everything. I will say the only thing I'm really hoping for, they I'm really hoping for like one of these items to be signed from Ernie Reyes Jr. Like, because I think that would be a great like icing to the cake, or like at least like just a separate little thing to do in there. Maybe even
hmm.
have like 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 if you, I mean, well, I mean, because we know, I mean, from past experiences, I should say, because nothing's for certain, nothing's set in stone. But from past experiences, we know that like um, they usually have like, okay, these are the ones you can buy from the convention, and then here's a few that you can buy from like the online store. And so um like if they do this whole like online store kind of thing, it would be cool if we had like a separate option for getting also an Ernie Reyes Jr. Autograph, uh,
Hmm.
like adding like an extra $70 to $100 to that price for the people who want it, but for the people who don't want it, like have the option not to get it. I'm kind of hoping for that. I mean, it would be nice. I mean, I actually have a few stuff signed from Ernie Reyes Jr. myself, but it would be really cool since they've been working with him that he also does the whole Judith Hogue like signature kind of thing.
Yeah, like Ernie Reyes is on the con circuit like enough that like it if you wanted his signature on this, that like it probably wouldn't be too hard to get. Um,
No, yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And funny thing is that his
it would be cool if
wife,
they did announce like oh, Ernie signed the pizza box in here or something. Like that would
right,
be cool
exactly.
for them to
It
announce.
would be cool if like we could like, hey, you can get this signed by Ernie, or like here's a separate car, or like I would love the employee of the month photo to be signed by Ernie. Like, and I'll be honest, like if I do get this convention set, um, I, I would probably next time I see him at a convention, I'll probably have him sign that. So I want to ask, what are the figures? For the people who are not sure what the actual figures are, it's actually Kino from the second Ninja Turtles movie. He's the pizza delivery person. If your memory is shot or you've never seen the second movie, and then he comes with a scooter, and the scooter is like what he drove at like the first scene of the movie. And it, like when he was like delivering the pizzas and fat shamed some girls. Um, And then too much new toys that says he says, "Hey dudes, what's going on?" And then he also mentioned like Judith did the whole Bride and Frankenstein signature and everything.
What was the only thing that NECA revealed today for?
Yes, that is not the only thing that NECA revealed. Because we got another little. This is like NECA like teases and everything, and this one kind of surprised me to be honest because I swear like Randy has come up and down saying he was never gonna do this because he didn't care for the movie. He only wants to do things that like he's passionate about. But he's not the only person working at NECA and everything. But fan demand, we got a tease of a shadowy figure of the figures of the Ninja Turtles 3, uh, their samurai outfits.
You almost stuck the landing.
Almost did. Sorry
you
about that.
almost you almost stuck the landing there. So NECA revealed through the YHS podcast on their video the SDCC 4 pack of these TMNT toys. They've been, and Cody points out in the chat, they have been teasing these for a while. But like this is the full best tease that they've done since months.
Oh, I completely forgot. Like, yeah, we've been like we've been teasing with the we recently we had the Time Scepter in the Judith Hogue Blainer Things video. We've actually had like teases before. So I mean, to be honest, I completely forgot about that. I just remember like back like when they were first doing the first Ninja Turtles, and then like people were like, "Oh, when's Ninja Turtles 2 coming?" And then they were asking, "Oh, what about Ninja Turtles 3?" And I just remember like Randy kept responding, "Oh, we're not going to do Ninja Turtles 3." Like I just remember that. And this year is the 30th anniversary of Ninja Turtles 3.
Very has been always very vocal about how much he doesn't like the third Turtles movie. Because that's the popular thing to do is to not like the third Turtles movie. Like, I very publicly do like the third Turtles movie and think it deserves a lot more respect than it actually gets. So this is great. I'm excited for this. There's really, granted, I haven't watched the YHOS video, so I don't know if they revealed anything else other than like this and that it will be an SDCC exclusive.
I like what Cody says. He says the thing is they like money. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's not forget
NECA,
they like money. The fans been wanting the third movie figures. So yes, of course. I mean, because I mean, I keep seeing people like ask for like
so you can NECA will eventually give you something so that you give them your money. Like
right, exactly. I mean, and to be honest, the first movie that well has like been kind of dried. I mean, the only character I think left is Chief Stearns and Charles Pennington. Oh, and also I forgot about the one that everyone wants, Tatsu.
Tatsu.
Tatsu. Yeah. But everything else has been kind of like there's not much left in that well right now. And like 2, you still have like a few things like.
I mean, 2. I mean, even then, 2, you're kind of running dry too. Like, unless they're going to do a Paige Turco.
Yeah. Paige Turco is like the big one. I think I don't know. I'm still like holding out, like crossing fingers. They do her.
Like, unless they're going to do Paige Turco, they haven't done Soto Splinter yet, which I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, I am kind of surprised. Like, I would, to be honest, I would expect them to do that one. I mean, because like they did Shredder, and like I know that Splinter's not that much different from the first movie, but there's still enough differences in there.
Well, I mean,
like if they can do the Turtles, they can do
entirely different head.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is
and so like I'm just curious like what they're gonna kind of do next because like Kino could be like a regular 2-pack Kino could be packed with Splinter. Like that would be kind of a no-brainer because that's they have a lot of scenes together.
Yeah.
Then you have Paige Turco.
Yeah,
Forget
I mean,
to do that.
if they get Paige Turco, they can even try to do a Splinter and uh, uh, April 2 pack. I mean, if they really want to,
Yeah, like
um,
they could do that too. And
yeah,
it, but after that, you've kind of run the well dry
right,
on Secret of the Ooze. Like they already did Token Razar 2 years ago.
right, exactly. Yes,
You
yes,
know they
they did them, and they re-released them. I mean, they've done it like, oh hey, we're giving you guys another shot on these figures. Um,
yeah, like they and so like they did those ones so early in the line
yeah,
that it's kind of like, oh yeah, like a lot of people have forgotten that they did those ones already.
right,
So
right.
it just kind of makes sense for them to move on to go do some other ones. Um, and so like Turtles 3 is really the next possible thing that they could do.
Right, right,
Uh,
right, 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 exactly.
and these
Oh,
are, I mean, and like as much as people don't like the movie, like these are iconic designs. Like that movie poster is so good.
yes, yeah.
Like
The movie, like the movie poster is like really good. I will say I don't care for the VHS box art, but I do want
yeah,
this
like
as
the
a
VHS
VHS
box
like box
art's
art.
not the best.
Yeah, yeah. The VHS box art is not the best, but I do want these as the. Uh, I do want this as a VHS box art like collection, just because I have the first two, so I would like to have that whole thing of like all three of them. In uh, so I would hope, and I'm hoping like this is going to be like an open pre-order like they did with Secret of the Ooze as well. And I'm not going to get mad if like they do 2 packs that come to Walmart because. As long as I get the VHS, like like people who want to buy the cheaper 2 packs, I'm okay with that. Um,
I mean, for me personally, I'm all in. I'm getting this 4 pack.
yeah,
Uh, I mean, if I can,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I
I'm hoping they make
I
it
want.
easy for people, like because for Secret of the Ooze they made it easy for people to get it. I'm hoping they'll make it easy for people to get this one. I'm hoping this is not like I'm hoping that Kino is the San Diego Comic Con exclusive, and this is just a hey we're teasing this, um, and this is also coming in the future kind of thing.
And that's what I gotta wonder because like the Secret of the Use VHS pack, that wasn't that was just a NECA store exclusive. That wasn't exclusive to like San Diego Comic Con. So I gotta wonder, like, what are they gonna do here?
Yeah,
Like for this, is this gonna be an open pre-order, like that was, or um, are they gonna do like what they did with the first VHS pack for the 1990 movie and have that be a San Diego exclusive?
yeah,
So
that's to be honest, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, right now we don't have answers. I'm sure we'll get answers like within a month or like definitely before July. So, uh, but yeah, like I'm just wondering, like I can't wait for like more information to come out. I can't wait to actually see what the figures are, even though the costumes for this movie is like the worst of the three, and like whether it be because they didn't have Jim Henson, or I know the suit actors, they needed to be lighter, and that's like why they had to like that they changed a lot of it was so they can actually do the stunts without like risking their lives.
I don't even think the suits are that bad in this movie. So
I
like I said,
I didn't like their
I'm all
faces.
about it.
I personally I didn't like their faces. I thought their faces were not like it was not like my favorite, and like that's why I kind of like I don't know. I almost like shudder when I see because now if you select the movies digitally from your digital library, instead of like for Ninja Turtles 1 and 2, instead of it being like the original Turtles or the original movie poster, it's actually like the Ninja Turtles 3, like it's like the Ninja Turtles 3 Leonardo, and I think it's like Michelangelo for Ninja Turtles 2 for like they just like did that whole like one shot like you focus on those characters, and I'm not a fan of like I personally, I'm not a fan of like the faces of
Well,
the new
see, like
movies.
the thing there was because like the for some reason the turtles, like the first two movies, I guess don't have like high res photos available, which is why like they used those movie versions.
Oh,
So like,
I don't think it's that. I think it was just more of because the movie posters when you try to because like it's because like I think it's like more of like they wanted to stand out more because Disney has also done this with their stuff too, especially their Marvel stuff. They wanted to like focus in on like a singular character, and so that way like when you see it from afar, you can actually like recognize it. And the problem with like the movie posters from the 90s was like they try to put all four of them in there, and they're all like, especially when you're trying to put it in a DVD sleeve, they're all cramped up, and so when you see it from afar you don't know what it is, so they kind of
well, but
but what I don't like.
we've never seen like high res publicity photos of just the turtles,
Right,
like
yeah,
from the
yeah,
first two movies. Because
yeah,
as I was saying, I don't think they exist.
they I know the film negatives like whether Warner Brothers still have them, because like Warner Brothers didn't do the movies but they own the movies because it was done by uh,
New Line.
New Line, yeah. But they bought like New Line like shuttered like so many years ago. I mean I don't know. I don't. I like at the same time, like as you said, I don't know if they have the access to it, or um, I I at the same time, I don't think they cared. Like that like that's like I don't think like someone I think this is just like it was some marketing thing, and they just said, "Oh, let's just grab." I don't think they went in and tried to do the research on it. They just like did just the whole like, "Oh, all the turtles they look the same." Or kind of thing. And I think I don't know. I don't know what the actual thing is because I don't work at Warner Brothers. But like I'm not
Well, I
like
mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think those high res photos exist,
right.
like
And
at
you,
all.
no, you. I mean, to be honest, you could be right, but like, because like, I mean, I'm sure at one point they exist because I'm pretty sure, they made like film negatives and everything, or like like the production still, negatives. But I don't know if that's the reason why or not. I mean, and it could be. I mean, to be honest, it really could be. I don't like. I personally, I don't know. I mean, and I know there's a collection, video, collection, DVD, in which they only have like the Ninja Turtle 3 costumes on it. But it's like, yeah, it's just like, it is kind of like, I don't know. It might be because of that, or it might just be like there's so many aspects that it could be for. And Anna said it took her a while for her to accept those designs.
Yeah, like they're definitely, they're definitely a little jarring compared to the first movie. I actually like a lot of aspects of those other costumes. Um,
I
I
love the
think,
flexibility of the costumes. I'm gonna say this right now.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Because like the big
I think on a technical level, they're some of the best ones.
yes, yes. So the thing was like the reason why they changed them was because, like I said, it was the Sun actors. I saw this special back in Entertainment Weekly or whatever, Entertainment Tonight. Sorry, Entertainment Tonight. They made a whole aspect of this because the life of the stunt actor of Leonardo for the second movie was like in total danger because of how heavy those suits were. And
Mm.
that was like the one of the big reasons why they had to do the redesigns was because like he became, because of that movie, he became like physically unable to do simple like motor functions, and it was because of the suits. And so they had to like like they're like, oh, we had to make it like 70% lighter and everything. And because of that, like the functionality of the suits are just like fantastic. And like you're seeing like the turtles doing just better movement, better articulation, better like fighting. Even though that one didn't have as much fighting as the other two, than the other ones, and it was like, it was like one of those things like they had to make it the suits lighter to do all this, but unfortunately, like it did kind of like sacrifice some of the looks. Um, and like I actually like the bodies. I love the bodies, and I really think the bodies are like fantastic. Like I said, my only problem was I just didn't care for the heads. I didn't like the actual like the heads of the turtles, because it just was, I don't know, it was like too spotty for me. Like they just had like too many spots on them.
Well, yeah, like it's they're very like
Yeah,
kind of they're ugly cartoons.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and
Like,
so it
but by functionality,
they're
they're
not
fantastic.
there. I mean, there's some there. I think they're a lot more emotive than some of the original costumes. So it is it's that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely that. But yeah, once these figures come out, I mean, I'm definitely. I'm definitely getting them. I'm really hoping for a VHS. I'm almost kind of like, I mean, I personally I didn't see the podcast or anything that like introduced this. The only thing I found was actually NECA's like Instagram account, and that's like where I saw it from. But Mike had to show it to me first before I looked into it.
Hmm.
So like, so I don't know if there's like other reveals. I doubt there's actually like the actual figure reveals, because if there
No,
was, it would have been
this was it.
it. Yeah,
This
yeah,
was it.
that's what I kind of figured, because it would have been all over the internet if it was. But like I don't know what kind of details were revealed, but I'm really hoping for a 4-pack, for a VHS 4-pack, so I can have like all three sitting in the shelf like together, like a movie collection. And I'm hoping like it's an open pre-order like it was for Secret of Ooze. Make it available for anyone that actually wants it, so that they don't
Yeah.
have to go fight over it for San Diego like they did with the first movie. Because I remember even for those figures, that was hard for me to get, but I eventually got it.
Yeah, and like I said, these are going to be that 4-pack, so that is nice.
Uh-huh.
Um, but we just don't know if it's going to be a VHS like the other ones. So,
Right. Well, Cody said it will be a VHS box, so maybe
oh,
he
cool.
probably has some more information than we have
He
on it.
probably actually watched the video. So,
Yeah, he probably did. He says VHS 4-pack cloth goods and one extra movie one angry head sculpt. Oh wow, oh that's pretty cool.
perfect.
Hey, perfect. I love it. And it's something Robert said. So Cody says that is his favorite design of the three movies. That's awesome. Like, I'm glad that you like the design. I personally, I like, just because I it's something I don't care for, it does not mean it's bad. It just means that it was something I didn't agree with. Their opinions are not facts at all. Like, if you like something, you definitely should. Should like it, and there's no one should to tell you otherwise. I should say, like, you don't have to go and defend yourself on why you like something. If you like it, you like it. Like, there's no other reason. Like, also, Robert says that the Turtle 3 design was a lot better than the Next Mutation Turtles, and better than the singing Turtles, in my opinion. Yes, I completely agree with that. And I'm going to say this right now. Next Mutation designs, totally not my favorite. Also, Next Mutation designs. The part I hate the most was the stunt heads. Because like first they're really clear that they're stunt heads, and
Mm.
like especially Raph's has this like open mouth, and it just looked ugly every time he was riding his motorcycle or fighting the rank. Just because his stunt head was like the worst out of the five. But let's go into our big news story, and that is I'm just gonna say it like this. First, we got two new Mutant Mayhem Ninja Turtle posters. They should be appearing in movie theaters relatively soon. So like the first one with like Michelangelo holding the skateboard. If you guys don't know how movie theaters how movies work, they first have a teaser poster, and then we get like an actual poster, And what's cool is like we actually got two right now. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see the first one where we have Michelangelo. He's grabbing his skateboard, and we're gonna like kind of scroll down here, see the other turtles, uh, you know. But there's one important detail that's on this poster that was kind of a nice new news option. And what is that, Mike?
Sonic Scooter from 2003 is back. Donatello, in this iteration, is going to be riding a scooter.
Oh man,
Uh,
Michael Cincinnati is like probably like, jealous right now.
the much maligned scooter from the 2003 version
Yeah.
is back. So I just think that was hilarious.
Yes. Yes. The big news with this one is we got a new release date, and the movie's now coming on August 2nd. So it's coming 2 days earlier. That was a really nice surprise. So instead of a Friday release, we're getting a Wednesday release. I think that's like the showing confidence on Paramount's side to say like, oh hey, we think this movie will do great as a 5-day weekend movie as opposed to a 3-day weekend movie. Most kids movies don't really get that, especially August 2nd is not really a holiday. I mean, it is like, to be honest, a lot of kids are starting school that week. So that's kind of a risky. I'm saying this right now. That's kind of more of a risky move on them. But also, a lot of kids don't start school till September either. So, um,
Yeah, like this was kind of just kind of out of nowhere, because the movie hasn't like played anywhere for it to like for like fan reaction to be like, oh my god, we need to see this movie 2 days early.
right.
Um, but it's cool that like they're doing it. So excuse me. The movie is coming 2 days early. The other big news was the that it's coming, or that a new poster or a new trailer is coming.
Yeah, a new trailer is coming.
New trailer is coming next Wednesday, the 31st.
Yes. Yes. This one actually kind of caught me by surprise. Because if I was a gambling man, I would have said that the trailer would have came a few days afterwards. Because the Transformers movie, I had to look it up, comes out on the 9th. The only thing I don't know, because I'm not a Transformers fan and I'm not like into the movie industry as much as I was. I don't know if like May 31st, if there's like some world premiere or some China premiere or something like that for Transformers, and that's why they chose that date. But if I've repeatedly said that this the full trailer, because this will be the full trailer, will be coming will be coming in June, and so this is like it is technically June, but it's like a day before June. So like both Mike and I were right about the thing. He was saying May, I was saying June. It's like right there, like end of May, beginning of June.
Yeah, so really excited about that.
Yeah. I'm totally excited about that. I expect to see like actual like characters, and actually, we're probably actually gonna know what the plot is of the movie, like because that's usually what the full trailers are. They're gonna because the teaser trailer is more of like, oh hey, this is what you like, here you go. But like the full trailer, it's usually about 2.5 to 4 minutes, and that's like where like some of like it depends on the movie. Some of them will give you everything, or some of them will just give you just enough to know what the plot is, and you'll know. I expect to hear some. I expect to hear Bebop's voice, because it is Seth Rogen. I expect him to have at least one or two lines in the trailer. I also expect to see our reveal of Baxter Stockman, and like some of the other characters. Not like I don't think we'll see all of them, But and then also expect like the uh Love Actually thing at the end where it just starts like popping in all the actors that are in this movie, because that's a big thing that trailers love to do.
Yeah, like we're definitely going to be hearing more characters speaking this time
Yeah.
than in the teaser trailer. So yeah, like this next one is already way more exciting.
Yeah. It's already way more exciting, and I will say, because of the release date pushback, which is a big deal, to be honest. Like, not many movies get like, I mean, unless you're like Marvel or Avatar, like, if you're a big anticipated movie, you get like, that's like what you get, like the whole, oh, we're putting the movie early. I have a feeling this is like kind of maybe their response to Mario, because Mario did like excellent in the box office. I'm thinking they're now box office analysts are probably thinking like, oh, this is going to be just as uh, doing just going to do as just as good as Mario. I'm thinking that's like their thing. I'm thinking we're also all are going to get a third trailer as well now. Because if you asked me like 2 days ago, I would have been like wishy washy on a third trailer. I really think we're going to get that third trailer of, hey, buy your tickets trailer, because that's something like recently what movies are doing now is like Indiana
Yeah,
Jones
like
just
this shows a confidence in the film, like moving it
yeah
up by 2 days.
yeah
Like that's a really good sign.
yeah, this is like a really
So
good sign, and which is like great. And like, I mean, I will say like merchandise is merchandise is like, going like crazy on it. Some of them are starting to appear in stores. The big thing that Anna showed me was Bebop. They have a plush of Bebop and not Rocksteady. I'm like, I don't know why Bebop has a. It's
that's the
kind of
more
weird.
cuddly of the two.
Yeah. I mean, he's the more cuddly of the two, but it's kind of like I thought that was just weird. And I mean, I personally I think it's because he's voiced by the producer of, like, the movie.
I mean, it could be that too.
Yeah, it could be that. Anna does say, she says she doesn't like the date, but she's excited for it. I think she doesn't like the date because it's actually kind of creeping up. um,
Definitely creeping up on us.
yeah.
Gosh,
So
that movie's going to be here before we know it.
I know exactly. Oh my gosh, it really will be here before we, because like, we're already at close to the end of May, and like, June is a very short month anyway. So like, it's definitely coming up there. So we also have a second poster, which I really like this poster. It's more action than the first poster. It's up on YouTube if you're watching it on our YouTube channel. If you're just listening to the audio, I'm gonna kind of explain to it. As all four turtles are kind of diving down in the streets of New York, while we have like Leonardo front and center, and like Mikey has his skateboard and he has a pizza in his hand, while and the I will say, like, all except for Mikey, the three turtles have like their weapons out, and like they are like totally like ready for
Mm.
action. And I think this is a really cool one. Like, like this, like this and the pupilless image that we got like a few weeks ago. Like, these are, I think this is like a really good representation of like what we can expect with this movie, especially with like the action scenes coming up.
Yeah, like this is a really cool poster. It's really reminiscent. I saw a lot of people talking about how it made them feel like the 2007 movie posters.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
just a great poster.
No, it's a great
I like it
poster.
a lot.
Yeah. No. I definitely like it a lot, and I now realize what movie is coming out next weekend, which this trailer would perfectly pair for, and that's Spider-Verse. I completely forgot about it. And
Oh
that's
yeah, Spider Verse is out soon.
yes, and because like this, like people who are going to want to watch Spider-Verse is going to want to go watch this as well. So that that makes sense now why it's going to come on the 31st, because I completely forgot about Spider-Verse, and that comes out a week earlier than Transformers. Even only a reason I was trying to pair it with Transformers was because that was a Paramount movie.
I have to buy my Spider-Verse tickets.
Well, you have not bought your Spider-Verse tickets?
No, I've just I don't.
To be honest, I haven't either.
You know,
I mean,
I've been
with kids, like I haven't had like I'm like I don't know when I'm gonna go see it. Like I know with Spider Verse I'm gonna go see it like by myself, like first, and then like I'll watch it with the kids like afterwards. Um, Anna says that Bebop was sad without the Rocksteady. I agree. I agree. We can't have Bebop without Rocksteady. This is like it's blasphemy. But yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know, I saw Spider-Verse in the first Spider-Verse movie in theaters 11 times. Like that was like one of my favorite movies. So I'm definitely
that's a lot of time.
that is a lot of times. Exactly. I know the second movie I'm not going to see as much. That like at that time I had a he was like 4 months old son. Now I have two kids. They're not going to give me that much time. I barely. I had to go like to the movie theater at like midnight, and like just so just so I can have like time for myself nowadays. Cody asked, do folks really buy tickets so far ahead of time? Yes. I actually have a few friends who already bought their tickets for Spider-Verse. Today they bought their tickets for Indiana Jones because they're so afraid that they might not get to see it like the first available showing. I mean, even like I even have like friends who are like want to make sure they got the tickets on Tuesday, so the Tuesday showing don't sell out, because the Tuesday showing for most movie theaters are the cheap showings. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for this week. So again, big thanks to Mike for like he really like brought out the news, because I really had nothing. I was like, oh, I think it's a slow week, but Mike had his, like, as he said, he had his ear to the ground. He made sure we got stuff to talk about this week. So I thank you again, Mike, for that, and be sure to listen to
Anytime.
make sure to listen to Ninja Turtle Power Hour. As they go through everyone's like favorite nostalgia episode, which if they watch it, they probably like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, which is Night of the Rogues, and then this Thursday, Turtle Recall is back. I realized like we didn't put out an episode for like in a month, but Turtle Recall is back. We got Donatello's degree. It's gonna be fun stuff. Is there anything else you want to add here, Mike?
That is it from me this week.
All right, till next time, guys. See ya.